some trouble with dinosaurs. I'll tell you about. I hate dinosaurs. They're stupid. They don't even know how to catch a butterfly on their toe. It was at a book study when I was in my early 20s. And there was a woman there that made a comment during this discussion that the dinosaurs died in the flood, which everyone else in the book study group appeared to accept that as a foregone conclusion, and it went without notice. But myself, I was taken aback. I had never heard that before. Look, I was young. I didn't know everything. But I knew enough to know that dinosaurs were not contemporaneous with human beings. And look, they're buried under millions of years of rock. I'm not trying to stick it to you if you're a creationist or whatever. I don't want to get into it. Please, let's not. But at the time, I was trying to take this stuff seriously. And it may seem ridiculous to you that I would concern myself with this, but again, this was my job. This is what we're supposed to be doing. I kind of had an issue with it. I did not speak out during the book study because that is prohibited. But after the meeting, I talked to the book study conductor. It was at the hall, and I spoke to him that I noticed that Sister commented that the dinosaurs died in the flood, and that was not corrected. And explained to me the dinosaurs did die in the flood. And I say, that can't be, there's 100 reasons why that's impossible. The dinosaurs have been dead for millions of years. The atmosphere was different back then. Look, this isn't a science channel. If you're interested, go get a book. But the elder went to show me a book, and we went to the hall's library, and I forget the name of it. It was a burnt orange book, possibly pink, salmon colored. Opened it up to a picture of Adam and Eve, and in the background there's like a dinosaur or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a dinosaur walking around back in Bible times, and case closed. I guess some of you remember the green Bible, or like the old Bibles they used to have at the Kingdom Hall. Like in the cover there was a map with like the Garden of Eden on it, and it had a picture of a dinosaur there. But you see, I did not look. They don't talk about dinosaurs at the Kingdom Hall. I didn't know that was Watchtower's understanding that dinosaurs died in the flood. And look, I was, God, it did not. I was already having troubles in my life. I couldn't handle this. That you know what I can't handle? It's when someone shows up at the hall wearing a tweed jacket with white pants. Oh, he's from India. That makes sense. I'm kidding. Anyway, I talked to the elder, and I said that can't be right because and he said, you've seen it in the literature that it is right, so I suggest you drop it. And I did some research, and I went on Watchtower Library. And I actually found an article from the 1990s that, look, I guess that was the old light. That the old light was that the 6 days of creation were each 1,000 years in length, because the Bible says 1,000 years is a day to Jehovah. That makes sense. 1,000 flowers are one big meal to me. Up in heaven, 1,000 days. 1,000 years, this is a day. Or years are 10,000 days. I don't know. The previous understanding was that the earth was created in 6,000 years. And during the periods of those years, they had the dinosaurs. That was the old light. It changed. It's probably in the 70s or 80s or something. And they said the Jehovah's created days may have been millions or even billions of years. And this article, it didn't really talk about dinosaurs. It was just kind of an article about dinosaurs, but at the end it said, we don't know why Jehovah made dinosaurs, but let's just leave it alone. And, I was trying to be a JW. It was good enough for me. And at the next week at the meeting, I saw the book study conductor again. And he walked up to talk to me and he said, look, about the dinosaur thing. And I said, well, I wanted you to know I did some research and it's okay. And he said, met with the elders and we're going to have you we're going to have your name off the pioneer list for a while. And I want you to remember, this was my life's work. Pioneering. If you don't know what pioneering is, it's a club where you take all your money, your time, your resources, and basically you work a job for free. You go door to door every day for free, and they tell you that it's an exclusive privilege that you get to have of doing it. All Jehovah's Witnesses are supposed to do that, but you do it a lot, and it's your job because you are one of the special Jehovah's Witnesses. And it's a club you get to be in. And this club, it meant a lot to me. And this was what my life was structured around. From the time I was in kindergarten, I had been raised by my parents to be a pioneer. And it was getting taken away from me because I had asked a question about dinosaurs. And they said it wasn't about dinosaurs. I was flummoxed. I asked the elder, what do you mean I'm getting removed as a pioneer? They said, we're not removing you so much. We just think you need a breather. You need to take you just need to take some time off. And when it's announced, we're just going to tell them that you are no longer serving as a pioneer. And we want to encourage you, though, to redouble your efforts because we feel that your faith has gotten weak. And you've been asking strange questions lately. You seem off. And we want you to get back we want you to find the love you had at first. The love of the truth. And they said, show us that you... this was one elder speak. I don't know that he really spoke for all the other elders, but he said, we need you to redouble your efforts. Show us how much pioneering means to you. Your requirement is to go out 70 hours a month. Why not set a new goal of 90 or 100 hours? Now, your name won't be on the pioneer list. You won't be in the pioneer group or go to the pioneer meetings or go to the annual event, but you can still do the hours. And look, you don't get anything for being a pioneer. You get nothing for it except membership in the club. They take that away from you. They really wanted me to go out. They wanted me to go out in service with the pioneers, but not to be one of them. It was a punishment because I wasn't asking a smart aleck question. I really wanted to know. Look, I got to go door to door teaching people. I wanted to know the truth about dinosaurs, or at least by that point, I had realized that our version of the truth may not be the truth, but I needed to know what our version of the truth is. And look, you just can't ask questions like that at the Kingdom Hall. You'll get it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but they will get you. You don't ask questions at the Kingdom Hall. Ask a question, had to pay for it. And they said to redouble your efforts. Go out and service 100 hours until you get better. At that point, it's probably for the best that it happened that way. You see, I did try to accept the discipline and continue from there, but I decided I wasn't going to do the 100 hours out in service thing. Instead, I wanted to go out into the world. I still went to the meetings. I still did Saturday service, but during the weekdays, I decided I was going to have a change of lifestyle, and I went out into the world, and I wanted to go into business for myself, and I did. It's the reason I have a house today. It's the reason I have a car today is because, so it probably worked out for the best. But just for the record, you're at the Kingdom Hall, you're trying to be a Jehovah's Witness. You don't want to start asking questions because it will not, there's going to, you don't do it. Don't ask the question.
No one knows what it's like. No one knows how it feels. Nothing else can compare to the fears I feel. Been on my own, struggling all alone. All I have are these clothes on my back in the soul. No one knows what it's like. No one knows how it feels. Nothing else can compare to the fears I feel. Been on my own, struggling all alone. All I
blood, which everyone else in the book study group appeared to accept that as a foregone conclusion, and it went without notice. But myself, I was taken aback. I had never heard that before. Look, I was young. I didn't.
have to say, just not fit the way you think about. You live from day.
Some trouble with dinosaurs. I'll tell you about. I hate dinosaurs. They're stupid. They don't even know how to catch a butterfly.
No one knows what it's like. No one knows how it feels. Nothing else can compare to the fears I feel. Been on my own, struggling all alone. All I have are these clothes on my back in the soul. Listen, won't you listen to the fear?
Didn't know everything. But I knew enough to know that dinosaurs were not contemporaneous with human beings. And, look, they're buried under millions of years of rock on their toe. It was at a book study when I was in my early 20s. And there was a woman there that made a comment during this discussion that the dinosaurs died in the